Can I trust the guidance, the inner guidance that I'm receiving? Is what I'm sensing real? What if my mind is making all this up? Or could I be listening to malicious guidance? This is Inner Peace Place. Thank you for joining me. I'm Karen. These are questions I hear all the time. So if this is something that you have thought or wondered, there are some steps to solidify a relationship with your guides. First, you want to set the intention to receive the highest communication or the highest guidance for your abilities. Each of us has different abilities. Each of us has a different relationship with the all that is. And so ask first and have the intention that I will receive pure information that brings me the most value. So intention setting. Once let's say you get some hit of information or you get a nudge, stop and see if you can focus on where you feel it, where you sense it. Is it coming from your heart center? Is it coming from your solar plexus or maybe your head? Because the ego, your ego personality self, will offer guidance, and it has been for years. That's where we are right now. It guides us all the time. So what you want to do is differentiate between the guidance you're receiving from a power greater than yourself and that of your past habits, past desires, etc. So once you get an awareness of where it's located, look at what you're feeling with that. So you have a sensation or a understanding of something and you're trying to say, is this guidance for my highest good? How does it feel? The information, how does it feel? Is it in alignment with my peaceful path? My goal of creating a life of inner peace? Is it in alignment with that? If you don't feel that it is, be still and ask to understand the source of the information. A knowingness sometimes will come, a calmness. If there's any chaos or any frustration embedded in any of this, then you know that it's probably not coming from your all that is guidance. You'll never be accosted by bad guides. No one can invade your personal space. So rather than worrying about something like that, go for, I want the information for my highest good from a reliable upward spiral source. I don't want to rely purely on my ego personality self any longer. I'm trying to get out of that habit. So I'm asking for assistance. You're always cocooned by loving guides. Whether or not you're able to establish a strong enough relationship, it's more an open communication relationship with that guidance. That's what we've been working on all this time by practice. Practice opening, expanding into a flow. So when you've asked for guidance and you've tried to feel where it's coming from, and you feel that it's on the right path, or in other words, it is in alignment with your goals, your life goals, find the direction that it's going So it can be an alignment, but if that direction doesn't feel comfortable, then that isn't something to follow. Or let's say it feels off. The information feels a little off. Or it doesn't feel soft and inviting. It has an edge to it. Then that is when you want to regroup. Just sit down or take another deep breath and ask again the same question. Don't keep changing it up. The same easy, focused question. By easy, what I mean is don't have a big open-ended question, a very focused question that you're thinking about. You are always the most powerful being in your environment. So don't feel that anything can sway your decisions. You are in the driver's seat. So if something doesn't feel right, just don't do it and ask again. If you find that you're hearing or feeling a demand, a request that has a demand embedded in it, that totally is not spiritual guidance. That's old stuff. That's old stuff. It has to be centered in love, in perfect love and balance. There's never going to be guidance offered with you'll be guilty of X if you don't do Y. There's no manipulation. That's the way I wanted to say it. There's never a sense of manipulation or control to get it done a certain way. It's always open-ended so that you can pick and choose. It does feel soft and caressing. It feels very natural. Loving, supportive. So all these feeling words that I'm saying, that's an important thing to learn how to feel or be aware of. If you're feeling pushed or shoved in a certain way, that is not spiritual guidance. Not feeling off center, unsafe, nope. That's something else. I find that a lot of times the spiritual guidance feels very normal, feels very obvious sometimes. So the more you refresh your connection with your guidance and or your attachment to this energy, the more readily you'll be able to feel the energy behind the guidance. It always comes from a place of love. It does not come from a place of judgment, ever. That is totally the past, who you were. Your in the moment connection with the all that is does not judge you and cannot judge you. It is not in their vocabulary. Our world would be so much more simple. Our awareness of the world would be more simple if we were able to understand that one thing. Perfection is what you are. And that's all they see. You and I look at the parts of us that we don't like and we don't see perfection. But truly, the most vivid vibration, the most glorious communication is from that vibration of perfection. So if something feels negative, if something feels off that you're hearing or sensing, it just is coming from a space that you no longer appreciate. Simple as that. And you can bless it and ask again. Love and light to you and your path. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.